I believe that everyone should want to maximize their facial growth, and in this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why. Hey everyone, welcome to the video. It's Ryan from Best Face Forward. So the last Invisalign treatment I had, I remember the dentist looked at me and he basically said, I have no reason to treat you. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have TMJ pain. You don't have any aches or pains in your body. You don't have sleep apnea. I don't see anything wrong here. There's no reason to treat you. Meanwhile, I was still mouth breathing at night. I still had forward head posture. My jaw development wasn't as good as it could be. So there's health reasons why I would want to improve, and there's also aesthetic reasons I'd want to look better, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. My point is, in that moment, he was saying, I don't think that you need to improve. But clearly there was still room for improvement. So I wanted to do a video about this because I find it interesting that in our society, I think it's commonly believed that we should want to improve ourselves as much as we can, whether that be improving our bodies, right? Going to the gym, getting in good shape, getting stronger, getting leaner, becoming more fit. We should want to get smarter, more intelligent. We should want to read, educate ourselves. Yet it's not commonly believed that we should maximize our facial growth. Well, I think we should. I think everyone should aim to improve their facial growth, and in this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why. By the way, if you haven't yet watched the video that I posted, it will give context to this video where I talk about what I mean by facial growth, and I also say the secret and what I've recently learned to achieving and maximizing that facial growth. In that video, I mentioned that I'm looking for 30 people to help achieve amazing facial changes and to demonstrate repeatable results with some of the techniques I've been learning. So if you're interested in applying for that, go to the link in the description. Before I give the 5 reasons why you should maximize your facial growth, I wanted to give an example so you know what I mean. So this is Elliot Hulse, who a lot of you may know. He's a pretty popular YouTuber, and this is his father, Edmund Hulse. So lately they did some interviews and some videos, I think, together that I saw, and I thought it would make a good example to kind of point some of this stuff out. And it's not that Elliot Hulse has poor facial development or anything like that. It's just, if you look at his dad, he really has a well-developed jaw. If you just look at the development of his maxilla, and I think also the size of his masseter muscles, his chewing muscles, also help to accentuate this look. Now, the differences between generations are very common. If you look at my father, he clearly has better facial development than I do. My dad grew up on a farm, doing a lot of lifting and eating presumably a lot of meat and tough foods, probably breathing clearer air than I did because I grew up in the city. The good news is you can still improve in your adult years. And now check it out. I'm gonna give you the 5 reasons why you should maximize your facial growth. So reason number 1, beauty. The maxilla is commonly known as the bone of facial beauty. Anybody who you look at, any really attractive person, they probably have a well-developed maxilla. It makes the cheeks and the lips look fuller. It makes the jawbones look more prominent. It makes the lower jaw, the mandible, come out more, which is an attractive feature as well. It makes the eyes look better. It changes the shape of the eyes. It changes the shape of the nose. So yes, the maxilla is a very important bone when it comes to facial beauty. Number 2 is the mandible and the airway. The way I've had it described to me a number of times is that as the maxilla expands outwards, it allows the mandible to come forwards as well. A lot of you commonly associate an underdeveloped jaw with a steep or a sloped mandible. It looks better when you have a smaller mandibular angle. However, it's also important for your airway. You can see from the scan that I did, because my mandible is not able to come forward because the maxilla is restricting it, it's actually impacting my airway. It's limiting my tongue from coming forward, which is impacting my airway as well. This leads to my 3rd reason why you should maximize facial growth, and that is to improve your airway and to improve the quality of your sleep. In one of these interviews, Edmund Hulse is talking about sleep. He's talking about why you shouldn't worry in life, and if you worry, you're gonna lose sleep and then you're gonna become sick. Well, another reason why he's probably able to sleep so well is because he has this amazing facial development that also means that he probably has a really patent airway. So that tube that is his airway has a lot of volume. So when he's breathing through his nose at night, he's doing so more efficiently than someone who would have worse facial development and facial growth. Breathing is obviously one of the most important things in our lives, and especially when it comes to sleep. We know that nasal breathing affects our parasympathetic nervous system, meaning if we breathe through our mouth, we're more likely to be stressed. So when you're breathing through your nose, especially at night, it helps you to relax. It helps to relax your body and improves the oxygenation of your muscles. So there are so many reasons why nasal breathing is important. However, it's not a 0 or a 1. It's not binary. It's not like you're either a mouth breather or you're a nasal nasal breather. There are degrees to the efficiency with which you can breathe through your nose. Somebody with a more pattern, somebody with a larger airway is able to breathe more efficiently. And in general, they're just going to be much more well rested when they wake up after they sleep. So that's another reason to maximize your facial growth, because as the maxilla expands forwards and the mandible comes forwards and the tongue comes forwards, it creates more room for the airway. Point number 4 is reducing stress and anxiety. When the maxilla is compressed, it leads to a situation where the mandible is jammed up and back. That can create a compression in the joint, which is known as TMJ. People get things like tension, headaches, they get pain in their jaw and other issues related to TMJ. Even if you don't have severe TMJ, you can still be affected by this, and I've been affected by this in the past. Because my maxilla was underdeveloped, one of the things that I noticed is that I would get tension in my jaw muscles, even though I didn't have what would be diagnosed as TMJ. It creates a situation where you have this band of tension around your forehead and around your scalp. This tension, from what I know, can actually contribute to hair loss. It can make your hair loss worse. And it can also just create a situation where you have more tension, more stress, more anxiety. I think it can also even make your mind race faster because you're not able to relax. I think there's definitely a connection here between your facial development and stress, anxiety, and tension. Okay, and number 5, posture and physical performance. If you have an underdeveloped maxilla, you will have a limitation to how much you improve your posture. Even if you go to the chiropractor 6 days a week, even if you do posture exercises every day, you will always have a limiting factor that is your maxilla and your tongue that will make it uncomfortable to have perfect posture. Having forward head posture is unattractive. However, it also affects the rest of your body. Your entire body is related and functions as one. So if you have a forward head posture, it's also going to show up as an imbalance in the other areas of your spine as well. This can lead to problems later on in life, obviously. Knee pain, various joint pain, pain in the low back. Something I've noticed is that top-level athletes very often have well-developed face, and at the very least, you don't see many top-level athletes with poor facial development. My point here is if you want to maximize your physical performance, whether that is in the gym, whether that's getting stronger lifting weights, whether it's running, or whether it's just being a human being and walking to the grocery store or playing with your kid, maximizing your facial development will allow you to maximize your posture. You'll have better balance of the muscles in your body. So it's less likely that you'll have a muscle imbalance, and you'll be using your core muscles in the way that they were meant to function. So if you're lifting a weight, if you're running, if you're doing anything, you're going to do so in a more efficient manner. You're going to be stronger, you're going to be faster, and there's going to be a lower likelihood for injury. And let's go back to our friend here for a moment. The guy is 68 years old in this video, and he looks absolutely amazing. He still lifts weights every day, but if you look at him, his posture is almost perfect. That's point number 5, is that if you want to perform your best in any physical activity or just for life in general, you are going to want to maximize your facial development so that you can maximize your posture. One last thing I want to say is that remember, our bodies and our faces have a proper anatomical function and position. So we're not trying to achieve anything unnatural here. It is natural to have very good facial growth and facial development, and it's natural to have a very patent airway. This is what our bodies want, and this is one way that we can help improve and maximize our quality of life. So head to our website, bestfaceforward.com, if you want to learn more. Subscribe and like this video if you haven't already to learn more about how to maximize your facial growth in the future. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.